northernmost section of Georgia is a land of heritage, both cultural and geographical. This meeting place of the Appalachian Mountains, Cumberland Plateau, and Piedmont Plain contains great natural beauty and spectacular topography. Northern Georgia is reachable from many of the southeast's great cities. Atlanta, Georgia, the center of the South. Historic Chattanooga, Tennessee. Charleston, South Carolina. Birmingham, Alabama. Charlotte, North Carolina, and Asheville, North Carolina, site of the world-famous Biltmore Estate. The Appalachian Trail, one of the world's premier trail systems, begins in northern Georgia, or ends here depending on perspective. Almost 80 of the trail's 2,100 miles run through Georgia, giving either a hint of the sights to come or a gentle end to wonders already witnessed. Amicalola Falls State Park and its stately waterfall lie near the terminus of the Appalachian Trail. With its total cascading run of 729 feet, Amicalola Falls is one of several waterfalls laying claim to title of highest in the eastern United States, all using different criteria. Whatever the standard, Amicalola Falls is exemplary. Perhaps the greatest natural attraction in Georgia is the Tallulah Gorge, a feature that has been called the Grand Canyon of the East. Almost 1,000 feet high at its deepest and running a course of 2 miles, the Tallulah Gorge gives a taste of nature at its boldest. 3.9 miles south of the Tallulah Gorge, one finds the trailhead to the Panther Creek Trail. This moderate 3.5-mile trail leads down scenic Panther Creek to Panther Creek Falls, a spectacle to behold. In a dramatic stretch, the Cascades get wilder, and the resultant waterfall climaxes in a 50-foot slide. Panther Creek is nearly as wide as it is high, and it possesses tremendous water volume. The gigantic pool at its base even has its own sandy beach. Majestic Toccoa Falls lies just to the southeast of the campus of Toccoa Falls College, an interdenominational Bible college. This beautiful 186-foot waterfall is available to viewing for a slight fee. This area was the site of a major disaster in 1977 when the dam above the falls ruptured and flooded the college area below, killing 39 and wreaking havoc. Today, Toccoa Falls' tranquil flumes belie the area's former tragedy. In the northeast corner of Georgia lies Rabun County, a region of concentrated natural beauty. Known primarily for its gorgeous lakes, Rabun County also contains a multitude of delightful waterfalls. War Woman Road out of Clayton offers an array of falls. At the War Woman Dell Recreation Area, Becky's Branch Falls can be reached by a short trail. Small but very pretty, this falls gives a hint of greater ones to follow. The Bartram Trail crosses War Woman Road in the vicinity, headed toward Martin Creek. The trail, named after botanist and explorer William Bartram, traverses North Carolina and Georgia, passing through an impressive chunk of Georgia in its 37 miles in the state. The Bartram Trail follows Martin Creek, headed for Rabun Bald, Georgia's second highest peak at 4,696 feet. The stretch of Martin Creek that the trail parallels is incredible, as the force of the water has carved a staggering mini-gorge. Upstream from the gorge, Martin Creek Falls drops 40 feet in 2 levels. A steep, slippery side trail splits from the Bartram Trail and drops to the foot of this pretty falls. The next waterfall off of Warwoman Road also runs near the Bartram Trail. By following rugged Dix Creek Road through 2 fords, reach the Bartram Trail crossing and hike it downhill to the Chattooga River, a sensational stretch of water that challenges many whitewater enthusiasts. This section of the Chattooga River, with its immense ledge and Class 4 rapids, would be worth a hike all by itself. But Dix Creek intersects the river here in the scenic 50-foot slide known as Dix Creek Falls. East of the turnoff to Dix Creek Road, Warwoman Road reaches Hale Ridge Road, a gravel Forest Service road that reaches a trailhead in 6.8 miles. This trail features 2 wonderful waterfalls. Descend through an exceptional stretch of the Chattahoochee National Forest to reach Holcomb Creek Falls. This 100-foot cascading falls is a delight. Ammons Creek Falls lies 0.2 of a mile further, the trail becoming a moderate climb at the end to reach a platform overlooking Ammons Creek and its alluring waterfall. Though smaller than the first waterfall, Ammons Creek is in some ways the prettier of the 2, as the creek continues plunging over a rock embankment at the overlook and beyond into the deepening forest. Take your time on the way back, absorbing the sheer magnificence of the forest. Stop at the Holcomb Creek crossing and admire its waterfall again before beginning the steep, moderate climb back out. Many waterfalls in Rabun County flow into the Tallulah River or the lakes formed by its damming. An easy, extremely beautiful hike near the headwaters of the Tallulah River is the Denton Branch Trail. This trail climbs past a number of giant boulders and photogenic cascades, culminating in 30-foot Denton Branch Falls. From the Rabun Beach campground at Lake Rabun, 2 lovely waterfalls can be reached in a moderate mile. The photogenic cascade at the start of the hike is a delightful tease of things to come. The easy part of the trail reaches Panther Falls in 0.6 of a mile. You will want to rest a while here before beginning the difficult part of the trip. An uphill grade climbs 0.3 of a mile to the viewing platform beneath gorgeous Angel Falls. As you take in the scenery, you can relax knowing the return to the campground is all downhill. Many visitors feel that the prettiest waterfall in Rabun County is Minnehaha Falls in the vicinity of Lake Rabun. This exemplary waterfall drops 100 feet down a mountainside before heading off in a seemingly endless array of cascades. The extreme northeast corner of Rabun County is wild and largely inaccessible. Trails leading within disintegrate into bushwhacks through dangerous areas. The West Fork of the Chattooga River has its birth here as the waters of Holcomb Creek, Overflow Creek, and Big Creek converge at one virtually unreachable point known as Three Forks. Many waterfalls occur within this region, but the most impressive are on Big Creek, which flows into the West Fork of the Chattooga from the east. Perhaps the Mecca point for travelers in northern Georgia is the alpine town of Helen. Remodeled as a Bavarian village in 1971, Helen offers nice shops, restaurants, and even a winery. Though more known for its civilized comforts, Helen has its share of natural comforts as well. Anaruby Falls, adjacent to Unicoi State Park, is one of the most beautiful sights in Georgia. Two separate creeks converge, each creek forming a waterfall near the point of convergence. The result, named after Anaruby, daughter of a former landowner, is a special place to linger. Long before it passes through the heart of Helen, the Chattahoochee River has more meager beginnings. Although the water volume at its headwaters is much lower, its scenic value is much greater. Near this point, Little Horse Trough Creek flows into the Chattahoochee. Just upstream on the incoming creek is Horse Trough Falls, tumbling 70 feet down a mountainside into the forest. On the other side of the Unicoi Gap, one finds the High Shoals Scenic Area. A moderate trail leads to Blue Hole Falls in 1 mile and High Shoal Falls 2/10 of a mile further. Blue Hole is a beautiful falls with a photogenic pool. This waterfall alone would be worth a hike, but the real treat lies downstream. High Shoals Falls is a series of chutes and slides that suddenly get very serious and plunges in a drop that widens as it climaxes in one of Georgia's best waterfalls. The Richard Russell Scenic Highway, Georgia 348, offers a wonderful tour of the mountains of Georgia. 2 stops on this highway merit special attention: Dukes Creek Falls and the Raven Cliffs. Dukes Creek Falls, which actually spills off of Davis Creek, drops almost 200 feet. It may be enjoyed as either an overlook or a moderate 8/10 of a mile hike. For the maximum effect, take the trail to the foot of the falls and admire the convergence of Davis Creek and Dukes Creek. The Raven Cliff Scenic Area is 1¼ miles west of the Dukes Creek Falls parking area. The Raven Cliffs hike is quite possibly the most scenic stretch of trail in Georgia. The 2.5-mile trail follows Dodd Creek past several photogenic cascades and waterfalls to the inspirational Raven Cliffs. These towering granite cliffs, popular with rock climbers, house a truly unique waterfall. US 19 passes a number of waterfalls on its way from Brasstown Bald, highest point in Georgia at 4,784 feet, to Dahlonega, site of the first gold rush in the United States. Helton Creek provides an interesting detour in the vicinity of Vogel State Park. The easy trail follows the creek upstream past the cascading lower waterfall to the more impressive upper falls. The DeSoto Falls Scenic Area gives access to 3 waterfalls. The lower falls and middle falls are fairly easy hikes, but the upper falls is strenuous. Of the 3, the middle falls is considered the prettiest. The Cohutta Wilderness Area in central North Georgia provides a true wilderness experience. These impressive mountains, nestled south of the Tennessee border, contain a number of scenic waterfalls, but none of them are easily accessed. At the heart of the Cohutta Wilderness area roars Jack's River Falls, with its incredible water volume. Reachable via a number of routes in a massive trail system, the least of these entries is a 9-mile round trip through challenging terrain. Cowan Falls, near Lafayette in northwestern Georgia, lies in a region where waterfalls are virtually non-existent. This area of bluffs and 30-foot Cowan Falls is unlike the surrounding area that flattens into the Piedmont Plain. In times of low rain, Cowan Falls may be a trickle or even completely dry, but the bluffs and topography of the area are well worth the visit. Northwestern Georgia boasts a park with scenery unlike any other in the state. Cloudland Canyon State Park, between Lafayette and Trenton, more closely resembles the American West than the mountains of northern Georgia. Bear Creek and Daniel Creek meet to form a Y-shaped canyon on the Georgia side of famous Lookout Mountain. As one gazes from the main overlook, the canyon formed by Daniel Creek lies to the left. Daniel Creek forms two pretty waterfalls, which can be reached by a trail that drops steeply into the depths of the canyon. The lower falls is the higher of the two at 90 feet. The area around this waterfall is a mass of cliff faces and boulders. The upper falls is only 50 feet high, but with its large pool and wider girth, this is the more aesthetic of the two waterfalls. Linger a while here before continuing the strenuous but beautiful hike out of the canyon. A myriad of other waterfalls and scenic attractions awaits the Georgia visitor. Beauty hugs the sculpted landscape like a gossamer layer. There are dozens of reasons to spend some time here, whether as a stopover or a main vacation destination. Then, a return is inevitable.